Are we live?
I'm stepping out for this one.
Hi guys! It is Lauren, also known as Happily Candied. I am here, I am live, and I'm alone. I know it's a shocker. Amiibo Jason is not here for this stream. Totally my idea. I decided he did not need to be a part of Nintendo Wire anymore. It's my time to shine, along with Jennifer here in chat. We're completely taking over Nintendo Wire from here on out. So move over, Jason. It's all about us now. And right now, before I dive into Pocket Camp, I just want to point everybody to chat, say hi to everybody there. I see my mom is there as Pam M, also known as Momo.
Hi, I'm back.
Oh no.
I'm here to just turn your audio down slightly.
Thank you.
I'm the tech support guy.
He is. That's what he's been demoted to. He's completely just tech support guy.
Bye.
Bye.
Sure,
Are you gonna
like
listen? Are you gonna listen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm guessing he didn't hear that first part because otherwise he would have had a word or two to say about that. But right now, before I dive into everything that is Pocket Camp, I'm going to wait for a few people to drift in and then we can begin. So right now, if you have any questions at all, feel free to pose them in chat. I'm going to do my best to answer any questions you have or even just answer any commentary you might have. And if I happen to miss your question and you really want it addressed, Jennifer is going to be there in chat. Amiibo Jason might also pop in there. And they will let me know that I needed to answer that question.
It's still a little too loud. Okay. Gonna adjust a few things, folks.
See, usually he is here, and this is why he's handy, because then that means...
This is why I'm handy. This is why.
So you didn't hear the first part of the intro, did you?
I wasn't listening.
I have too much fun with this. I really do.
All right. That's good to go.
Okay.
We are good to go, folks.
Okay. Good to go?
Okay, bye.
Goodbye.
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 Bye.
Goodbye. No, thank goodness for him, though, because seriously, I wouldn't be able to do any of this without him. So I'm going to backtrack a little bit and say thank goodness for Amiibo Jason. Okay, but yeah, I'm going to dive in now, I think, because we do have some people in chat here. Thank you so much to Jennifer Birch for modding the chat and anybody else who happens to be on the Nintendo Wire team. Whoever has that little blue wrench next to their name, that's who's a mod, and that's who you can address questions to if I don't answer them myself. So, before we begin, if there are any questions that you would like me to answer right away, feel free. And I'd like to also point out that Ricky Berg, the famous, the one and only Ricky Berg, is also in chat. And I'm very honored that he is here helping out. So thank you, Ricky, for that. Feel free to address questions to him as well. It's great to have the Nintendo Wire team here to help and back me up. I'm going to admit, I'm a little bit nervous. I've never hosted anything by myself before, and in fact I've never even been a primary host of any show before, so it's a little bit nerve-wracking, but I think I'm doing okay so far. Okay, yeah, so if you know me, you know that I'm a huge fan of lists. I like to make lists to stay organized, so I have one set up for topics that I would like to hit. I'm probably not going to go in the order that I wrote them down because I figure that you guys are going to have questions and I'm going to address them, so the topics might get a little bit messy here and there. Sorry about the haphazardness, but hang tight because I'll try to answer all the questions. And believe it or not, for a Nintendo mobile game, this is a pretty full-fledged game. And considering this is only the first version of it coming out now, with as many features as it has, it is jam-packed with a lot to do. And I have a feeling that Nintendo's going to continue adding onto it more and more as time goes on. So I have a feeling that we're going to get a pretty cool game, especially like a year in or so. So I'm going to start off by giving you kind of like a little preview of what the game is about. Pocket Camp kind of steps aside from the usual Animal Crossing formula. And instead of having your entire town to manage, you have a smaller version of it, a camp size. So you don't have a house. Instead, you have a really adorable layout divided into pretty much, I would say, I divided up into 4 sections. Up here, actually 5 if you include the camper. Up front here, we have my main section with, it's kind of like a lounge area. And then you have the very, very distinguished cafe area. And in the background here, and I'm going to get into a lot more detail about these, are the 2 amenities that I have set up. And I'm looking at chat right now. I'm glad everybody's enjoying it so far. Keep in mind too, as much as I would like to try to make eye contact with the screen, I'm probably not going to do that as much as I usually do during newscasts and live streams because this game requires me to look right at my phone screen. So bear with me as I avoid making eye contact with all of you for most of the stream. Let's see. Okay, so back here, I'm going to show you the other 2 parts, big parts, of what makes Animal Crossing Pocket Camp what it is. These are amenities, and like I said, I'll get into more detail about these later. My favorite one, the merry-go-round, I keep raving about it on Twitter, to my sisters through text messages, and to Amiibo Jason. I think he's really sick of me talking about my stupid merry-go-round right now, but I love it so much. It's so cute and pretty. And right next to it here, we also have an adorable camp that Fauna, isn't she cute, is sitting in right now. What I love about these amenities is that yes, they are usable by campers, once known as villagers in New Leaf and all the previous games, but now they're called campers because, well, they're camping out in your campsites. So I think it's a fitting term, especially because, like I said, we kind of go a different way with this game and what it is from the usual formula. I'm honestly not used to talking this much. Amiibo Jason would probably say otherwise. And let's see, we have the fifth part, and this is the one that I have actually paid the least amount of attention to. It is called the camper. Now, a camper comes in several sizes, not sizes, but designs, and this is one of them. The cool thing about campers is that they can be decorated inside and outside. So inside, it's kind of like a mini version of your house from New Leaf. You can mod it, you can expand it, and you can just have fun with it. Like I said, I haven't really dived into it quite yet, but I will as soon as I finish working on my outer parts here. So now I'm gonna just take a quick look at the chat right now and see what questions I have. I see Boba Fett. Let's see. How many I'm guessing Animal Crossing plushies do I have? Jason and I actually have almost all of them from this collection. You can see them right up there. They're on the top shelf up there. I have them all lined up. That's my Animal Crossing shelf. And we have almost all of them from that series. There actually are several series though, so I haven't quite collected all of them. Right now, I'd have to say I have about 10 of them. They aren't even all up there right now. Let's see. And I like what Ricky said. As you all can see, Lauren has made my camp, so her camp, into a fitting tribute to Sylveon in an exterior paint and style. He pointed that out on Twitter, and I must admit that was not intentional. I think I'm just always subconsciously thinking about Sylveon, my favorite Pokemon. So that's why my camper resembles her so much. But I love that. It's very me. And that's something about Pocket Camp that I think all of you are going to like. You get to make it you. You get to take familiar items with familiar villagers / campers, and you bring them to your own camp and you make them about who you are or whatever you want to be, even if you don't want it to represent you at all. And I think that's the most fun part about it. Let's see, what's my favorite Animal Crossing amiibo? It's not going to be a standard answer. It's going to be my custom Raincoat Digby amiibo, and that's because Amiibo Jason had Gondacris make it for me. It was a complete surprise, and I fell in love with it when I saw it, and I really don't think anything's going to replace it. I probably should have said another one, but it's not Animal Crossing. It's the wedding present that Amiibo Jason and I received that are wedding toppers, but again, not Animal Crossing related. Okay, so I'm going to go into a little bit more detail about why my camp right now is so developed. It's because this game actually came out in the Australian region at the end of October. And even though we here in the United States didn't really have access to it, if you worked some magic, you could actually get the Australian game on your device. And luckily, with Amiibo Jason being the great tech support guy that he is, and don't worry, you are so much more, Jason, he was able to get the game on my phone, and I have been pouring my heart and my time into this game like crazy. And Jason will definitely attest to that, and so will the rest of the Nintendo Wire team, because that's pretty much all I've been posting about and talking about in chat and on Twitter and Facebook. Let's see. And so I'm kind of giving you a wide view right now, stepping out. This is as far as you can go in Pocket Camp. But if I go back here, you can see a little bit more. Okay, so I started playing in late October. It's been almost exactly 1 month. So I would say 3 to 4 weeks of gameplay have led me to this point where pretty much everything in the exterior has been decorated. I'm very happy with it. This is exactly what I was hoping for. I was going for a cute theme. And the cool thing about this is, like I said, everything is customizable, and I had 4 options to choose from as far as theme went. I'm going to go into more detail about this in just a minute, but I thought I'm going to tell you about this right now because it's one of my favorite parts of the game. The 4 main parts of the game have themes, and it's cool, cute, natural, and sporty. If you choose one of these upon starting your game, because you're going to be prompted to, the first part of the game is going to be a little bit more tailored to the theme that you choose. So obviously I went with cute, and I had access to a lot more cute characters from the get-go. I believe Jason chose natural, and I did see a difference in his gameplay by the types of characters that he was introduced to at the very beginning. Now, the types of characters you have are actually going to influence the types of items that you're going to get throughout the game. So for instance, Rosie here, she was the very first cute character that I was introduced to, and she gave me a lot of these lovely items, also known as cute items in this game. So a lot of these lovely items here are thanks to Rosie. She helped me unlock those. And in order to get them, I didn't buy them, I had to earn them. So I ran quests for her, she gave me gifts in return, and with those gifts, also called materials and essence, I was able to craft myself a lot of these items. It's kind of like alchemy. You know, I always go back to games, other games, like especially PC games. A lot of it has to do with creating items that you're going to need in the future. Only in this way, you're creating a lot of just really fun items that you're going to use to decorate your camp with. Let's see. We had a question about expanding a camper. I would say yes. If you're looking for a way to further personalize and customize your camp, I would definitely suggest expanding your camper. It's going to give you a lot more diversity when it comes to, I guess, creating almost like a new room. Because figure that each level of your camper, which right now I think the max you can have are 2 levels, but you can make them bigger. The more levels that you have in there, the more chance you're going to have to kind of like play around with items and different themes. Let's see, and I'll take one more question right now too. Let's see, Amiibo Mark says, who is your favorite Animal Crossing character? I have 2 favorite villagers, and that's Pico and Meringue. They have been my favorites for some time now. And I also have a least favorite character, but I'm not going to go into that right now because I think that certain people in this world would have a little too much fun playing with that right now. So I'm gonna just avoid and walk past that at this moment. Okay, so I'm gonna jump a little bit ahead, and I'm gonna talk about one of the other features, adding friends. Part of this game revolves around connecting with other people. And no, you are not going to have to rely on social media. So you don't have to fully rely on Facebook or Twitter or any other outlets to connect with other people. Instead, you can send out your friend code through those social outlets if you choose to. Otherwise, you will end up walking around and you'll see the map pulled up on my screen right now. There are all these different little sections here, and these sections will each contain, or at least most of them will contain, one person who is just in this universe, a part of the Animal Crossing game. Anybody, a random person who's playing this Animal Crossing game, whether they're on your friends list or there's someone completely random that you've never come across before. And you have the opportunity to hop on and befriend them. Let's see. Oh no, I'm guessing that someone's gonna see a character who's on that map right now and they're gonna have fun with that. Yes, Agnes is on my map. I can't believe of all times she is on my map right now. Okay, so I'm going to now go into a little bit. When you first start off the game, I'm gonna start off with character customization. And that is, here we go. I go into, is it settings, edit character. Okay, so I went into settings, and when you first start the game, you are given the option to customize your character. And unlike previous Animal Crossing games, this gives you the full capability of choosing the exact colors and shapes of eyes and a lot of the details that normally it's kind of like thrown up in the air, and you have this formulaic type of process that you have to go through in order to get an Animal Crossing character to look the way that you want. So this is much easier. It's very straightforward. I'm going into edit character right now. You'll see that they have all of the hairstyles presented to me. At the very beginning of the game, I chose to be a girl. You have the option to obviously choose boy or girl. And then from what I understand, you do stick with it. You do not have the opportunity to go and change your gender. So you'll see I have all these different hairstyles. I go over to the eyes and I have all the different eyes ready for me to choose. If I wanted to, I could go and play around with these. I actually did have a hard time choosing between my eyes right here and also these eyes, which are the classic Animal Crossing eyes. So it was kind of hard for me to drift away from those, but I liked these eyes because they kind of reminded me of what my eyes look like in real life. They're just cute and they're fun. Okay, and then one of my favorite sections is the hair color section. You get to choose and play around with all of these different hair colors. And I've been pink, I've been dark brown, I've been white. I've been white. White's my favorite right now. Normally I am pink in my New Leaf game, but white on here allows me to play a lot with other colors that I wear in my wardrobe. Pink, otherwise, it can be kind of distracting if I want to wear certain items. So white is kind of like that blank palette that gives me the opportunity to dress however I want. And it looks good no matter what with a natural color. Let's see. And then, of course, you also have the option to choose your skin tone. So you can go the palest to darker, and I believe I'm the medium one here. This is the darkest, and then you can go backwards. It's fun. There are a lot of different options, and like I said, you can go around, play with your haircuts, and you can spin them around. All you have to do is drag your finger up by the character above, and you get to kind of see that 360 rotation. Cute little bun. So many different options. I almost went with the short hair because I love wearing short hair in real life. Super cute. But yeah, I had fun with this. I often go back just to play around with this feature. So have fun with that because you can change your character multiple times a day if you want to. Okay, so that's as far as I'm gonna go when it comes to character customization. I showed you a little bit about adding friends before. I will jump back into that really quick. You can go in here. I have a lot of friend requests. I already hit my limit today. I didn't even count to see how many that I have, but I hit the limit because I gave my code out earlier and I got a flood of messages adding me. So now I have to kind of be more selective because the Nintendo Wire team is on board now and I want to add them on, but I think I'm going to have to delete other people to do that. Sorry, guys. Jennifer says 100 is the limit in here, which I'm kind of disappointed about. Jason had mentioned he thought maybe the limit would be 1,000, and I was hoping he was right, but that is not the case after all. Later on, I'm also going to go through some of my favorite camps. So as you can see, if I go through my friend list here, I can visit them, and I can see their camps, I can see their campers, I can see what animals are in their camps. And that's a lot of fun. That's one of my favorite things to do in this game because it's pretty much never-ending entertainment with people constantly changing out their furniture and changing out the animals that they're hosting there. Good times. Okay, so that's the friend feature. I won't go into too much detail about that because a lot of it is self-explanatory. So instead, I'm going to jump down to something that is really important in this game, and that is crafting and amenities. So when you think of amenities, think of public work projects from Animal Crossing New Leaf. You put up really cool things around your town like playground equipment, slides, things to climb, or you can put park benches out or lamp posts. Really cool, cute, pretty, weird things. I mean, you even have some statues that you can find like overseas that are famous. Like I think there's an Egyptian statue that you can put up. Really makes a town unique. Well, in place of that, they don't have public work projects, but they have amenities like the merry-go-round or the tent you see in the background. Those two things are a lot of fun, but there are even more than that. And right now you can only add 2 to your camp. So I'm a little bummed about that, but at the same time it's kind of nice having limitations because otherwise I'd go all crazy over it. Let's see. So other options, I will give you a little tour of that. Here we go. So you can see this is what the tent looks like right now. This is actually a level 3 tent, and that's the max for this type of tent. And let's see. And then other ones are kind of cool because they're completely different designs. This one is considered a cool tent. I mentioned before the 4 categories: cool, cute, sporty, and natural. And this was a cool tent. So they have tents catering to each one. Let's see. And then this is the natural one, I believe. And this is the next one I want to get because I like the look of that. And the way it builds as you level it is really cool too. And then I believe this is the sporty one. Oops, I keep doing that. Okay, here's the sporty tent. Okay, I like that one too. I'm actually not sure the direction that this one goes in as you level it. I have not paid attention to that as much. Now, what's interesting is that I will explain the amenities process. It's going to sound complicated at first, but it's actually very, very easy once you get started with the game. So in order to get these amenities, you need to collect 2 types of things, and that's essence and materials. Essence consists of those 4 groups that I mentioned earlier: cool, cute, sporty, and natural. And essence is the thing that is going to be the most difficult to acquire throughout the game because animals or campers hand it out kind of like very sparingly compared to other materials. Materials are going to be a lot more common. That's going to be like wood and paper and steel. Cotton is another one. Let's see, what am I? Oh, preserves to make different types of food. There's something called sparkle stones, and then friend powder. All of these can be used to craft items, and it's really cool to see how it turns out. Like a lot of this tree, for instance, right here. This tree needed a lot of wood to be made, to make it, obviously, and it also needed cute essence. So I had to gather as much of that as I possibly could to create this tree to level 1. And then each time I wanted to level it all the way to level 5, I had to gather more and more materials until finally it looked like this level 5 tree. Obviously, the earlier levels are not going to be as pretty, they're not going to be as detailed, but they're still a lot of fun to look at, and you're not going to hate looking at them in your camp. And then, okay, this is my favorite part because this is really cool. This tree you would never think is going to turn into this gorgeous merry-go-round, which is level 5 right now. In order to have access and unlock the merry-go-round, I had to completely max out the levels of the tree. So not only did I have to level the tree all the way, but then I had to get my merry-go-round, level it from 1 to 5 to have it look like this. And I can honestly say that the work was worth it. I've been playing now for less than a month, and I've already been able to acquire this. Keep in mind that I probably have played a lot more than the average player. So I'm not saying that you're going to also get it in 3 weeks to a month, but it is definitely possible, and you could probably even get it a lot more quickly than I did. I'm going to see really quick if there are any questions in chat. Jennifer, if you see anything that you think I missed, feel free to let me know right now. I'm also going to pop in Slack. Let's see. Yeah, if you want to send images over, you can only, I guess I don't really have a way to screen share right now, so I'll probably just end up relying on this screen right here for now. But I can also show you a few other amenities along the way. Let's see. Can you change the theme of the camp? I truly believe that yes, you can. So you set the theme to begin with. It kind of guides you along the way. You have more access to the theme that you choose. But then after a while, if you decide to make like your 2 main amenities something else, like let's say you want to have a cool theme, I believe you can change the style of your camp. I can't see Nintendo locking down one type of theme. Let's see. Looking for other questions right now. Jennifer or Jason, if you see any other things that people are wondering that I didn't address and that you didn't either, let me know and I'll...
Boo!
Hi!
Hey, if you want to show off other towns, you can just visit them. So...
Oh, yeah, no, I know. I'm planning to do that later.
And then if you need to screen share, let me know and I can get...
No, I'm not gonna... That's overly complicated.
Okay, bye.
Bye. I will be going to other towns, ones that are my absolute favorites so far. I have, I think, 3 in mind right now. And those particular camps, I think I called them towns a second ago, those 3 particular camps have amenities that I don't have, and they are amazing. They're fantastic, and I think they're going to be pretty popular with people, other than the merry-go-round. What? Jason is very kind. Thank you, Ricky. Let's see. Okay, so that I think covers the merry-go-round. Here is a little look. I can't really show you this. I'm going to be able to show you the half pipe later because one of my favorite camps has that one. Okay, I'm going to close out of this right now. That is a very, very basic telling of amenities. Feel free to pose any questions you have about them in chat, and I will show you. Actually, why don't I just do that now? I think I'm trying to follow the order in which I place things on my list, and I knew that I should not be doing that. Let's see. Friends. Now I have to find these camps. With my friend list being longer now, it might be a little bit harder to find them. Oh, Doodle, that's Jennifer. See, oh, Jason, look at Jason. He's such a rock star wearing those star glasses. He just changed the look of his character the other day. I really like it. It looks cool. Let's see. Oh, it's cool because a lot of these have been with me throughout the past month, and I feel very attached to these people. I don't even know them in person, but I've seen their characters so much, and they've helped me out when I've needed their help. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why later. And that makes me like have this weird connection with them. So when I see that their names or I see their characters, it gives me this sense of happiness. Let's see. Most of these people are new. It's kind of cool. You get to see all the different names, all the different possibilities for designing. I'd have to say when it comes to guys and girls in the game, it's pretty even. Let's see. Oh, City Walk right there. That is Matthew. Oh, this is one of my favorites right here. I'm glad I found him. Okay. So, if this person happens to be watching this stream or ever comes across this video, let me know who you are. I may know you on Twitter, but I'm not sure. It's been a while since I added you, and I just want to let you know that I really like your camp. And it's really disappointing me right now because it looks like his camp is actually under construction because they're working on it in the background there. But you'll see that he has a completely different looking camp here. Oh, he has to have Agnes. Why? That's the only way he's losing points with me right now. Other than that, I really like his camp. He changed a lot of it, and it's too bad that this amenity back here, the half pipe, isn't being used by a camper right now. I might have to check back later to see if it's used because it's really cool. You actually get to watch one villager skate up and down, back and forth on the half pipe. I believe this amenity is maxed out. I don't think it can be leveled any further than this because it is definitely a lot more detailed. You can usually tell a level by how much detail an amenity has. Let's see. Also, I like this too. He also has this rack of skateboards and it matches the half pipe in a really cool way. He has quite a few characters that I don't have, which gave him access to a lot of items that I have never been asked to craft before. And that includes this car, this globe in the back. I think that's Gracie's car. I just realized the other day that I do have access to craft this table, and I'm excited about that because it looks cool with the sushi on top of it. Yeah, and I have not crafted the majority of these. I haven't even taken a look inside his camper yet, so let's go take a look inside, and then I'm going to hop back and show you what kind of activities you can do around your map, because that's pretty much where you're going to spend a lot of your time if you want to... Uh-oh, that's not good. Uh-oh. Okay, so there was an error. Keep in mind that this game came out a date earlier than it was supposed to. I may have to close out of the game. And because of that, and so many people are playing the game right now, there were server overloads, and yeah, that's just gonna keep happening. I may have to exit the game. Jason, I know you're listening. You may want to come in here so you can help me out. I think I'm just gonna end up closing out of it. But anyway, because of all the traffic, the game has been experiencing a lot more errors, and for a while, I believe, for a couple hours this morning, it wasn't even accessible. So that is going to be a common problem, and my guess is right now, with everybody home from work and school at this time of the day, that the servers are probably experiencing a lot of traffic right now. Okay, so I may... Oh, by the way, the background of my phone, which you're about to see, shows an intimate moment between Jason and me, and it's not inappropriate, but I just want to prepare you for this. There we go. Okay, yeah, I know, we're kissing. It's very romantic. I like looking at it. Let's see. So now I'm going to go close it, and I'm going to try getting back into it. Let's see if it lets me. If it doesn't, I will still spend some time answering questions and walking through it the best I can without visuals, which may be a little bit difficult. Let's see. I'm glad people like the background. Oh, speaking of Neko Etsume, I have this in my lap right now. You know, I really should have had an Animal Crossing character in my lap, but this thing has been coming with me everywhere. This is my Ganache plushie. Ricky, I hope you can appreciate the fact that my Ganache is with me right now. Okay, let's try this again. Please load. This is actually, I'm thinking out loud. Usually when I'm sitting here and I'm alone, I'm thinking, please load, please load. Don't let me go without Animal Crossing for even like 5 minutes. That's how crazy I am about this game. Uh-oh. Well, we're definitely experiencing downtime. Oh no, well, we may not be able to get in, so I'm going to leave this for a few minutes. I will answer any questions that you guys have. Let's see. How many plushies does Lauren have off screen? It may not be Animal Crossing related, but it is cute related. I have hundreds of plushies, and in fact, I'm storing a lot of them right now at my mom's house in the basement.
Looks like it's down for everybody.
Yeah, that's too bad. I'm going to answer a couple questions. I might sign off and just try again another night.
I'll probably just hang out down here.
Oh, okay. Do you want to turn that off so it's not?
Sure.
Thanks.
I'll just
so,
sign out of mine. Jason's
here, but he's not here. Okay. So let's see. Oh, how many plushies? So yeah, I have a couple hundred. I'm storing a bunch at my mom's house right now. And Jason and I have this problem. We're kind of addicted to UFO catchers because we just discovered that Can you turn that off? We just discovered that a place called Round One, which is like an hour and a half away, has Japanese UFO catchers. So we go there, we win a lot of plushies, we bring them back, and we have no idea what to do with them. So they're kind of in a pile right now in both of our closets. Let's see. Yeah, oh, that makes sense. So Ricky says this hour has been pretty consistent with maintenance update window for Fire Emblem Heroes. So that could definitely be part of it too. For the most part though, I've got to admit that throughout my time playing Pocket Camp, I really haven't experienced a lot of problems when it comes to connectivity. There were I have 2 or 3 bugs that were pretty annoying. The 2 main ones that come to mind, the biggest one had to do with the quarry. I didn't get a chance to get into the quarry yet, but the quarry is a place where you can have access to it in one of 2 ways, and that is either you pay 20 tickets, which you can kind of earn in-game sometimes, otherwise you have to shell out real money for them, or you can get at least 5 people in one day, so 5 friends to help you. And if you can get the 5 friends, you don't have to worry about spending the tickets. Well, this particular bug decided to put a halt on your friends helping you. So the only way to access the quarry conveniently, or rather inconveniently, was by spending tickets on it, which I only did once, admittedly. Okay, and we're back in the game, quite literally. Yes, I said literally. Okay, let's see. Yes, this is very exciting now. I can't even tell you. Okay, so we're back in the game. As you can see, when I signed on this time, different villagers are in different places here. So I have the same 10 villagers. Each camp is maxed out at 10 villagers. You can swap them out, in and out as you please, as long as you initially invite them to your camp once. And all throughout the day, they'll kind of like mosey around the camp into different areas. You'll never actually see them move from one place to another, but as you jump in and out of your camp, they will switch positions, which is kind of cool and a little creepy if you think about it. But that's okay. We won't focus on the creepiness of it right now. We just know that they're cute and they're having fun at a place that I created, and that's really all that matters. Okay, so now that we're back in the game, I'm going to jump back into, let's see, I'm going to go to, I went through crafting already. I'm gonna go to activities because I haven't really even touched the map yet. Before I touch the other areas, since I was already talking about the quarry, I'm gonna show you right now what I mean. Okay, this is really cool. Because so many people have friended me, thank goodness, thank you guys. I had 18 people help me in the quarry today. All I had to do was send a request to a bunch of people on my list, hoping that at least 5 of them would help me out. And 18 of them did. And you'll see that otherwise I could have used 20 leaf tickets. Now the interesting thing is that I could actually go to the quarry 2 times. Not 2 times within the same period, but I'll explain the rotations later, but 2 times throughout a 24-hour day. So, if I go right now, I will show you how cool the quarry is. And no, I don't really want Sporty Essence right now, and that's what was in that green vial, but I'm going here anyway. And I probably should have pointed out that in the bubble where there was a little green vial with Sporty Essence, the background of it was yellow. The yellow and the sparkles indicate something really special. That means that the quarry is filled with much better minerals that will give me a better chance of finding what I want, which in this case is the Sporty Essence. All throughout the day though, as rotations are made in your map, you're gonna find different types of things available in the quarry. So sometimes there's cute essence, which is what I was after for the longest time. Sometimes you'll find wood, sometimes you'll find paper or cotton, like basic materials like that. But usually if you're on the hunt for essence, that is the place to go. Even better, if you find it during one of those special sparkly times, that means that you can go and you'll have a much better chance of getting even more of that essence or material. So, I had 18 people, 18 angels help me out today. I'm truly honored. And even though it sounds like I'm timed, I don't believe I am. It says right now that I have 5 attempts remaining, and I can go around. I'll give you a tour of this tiny map here. I can't go down the cliff or anything, but I have all access to all these rocks up here, and I get to choose 5 of them. And I hit a rock with a shovel, and I really want silver and gold nuggets. Do this one. Oh, rubies. See, I really don't want rubies or sapphires. There are fewer of them since this is a special, like, gold time. Let's see. Yes, Jennifer is right. If you don't have a smartphone, if you have a tablet, you can play on there instead. I actually set up Pocket Camp on my mom's iPad today, and it worked really well, so I would recommend trying it there. Uh-oh, I'm not having good luck here. Okay, I only have 2 attempts remaining. Hopefully there's a gold one in here. Oh my goodness, this is really bad. Well, at least I wasn't really after Sporty Essence. So you'll see what I get here. Let's see, they give me 1650 bells and 1 Sporty Essence, which is probably the worst I could have done. I did get that silver nugget though, so that's something. Luckily I didn't really need anything there. Well, Sugar Bee looks happy, that's something. Let's see. Okay, so I'm back from my little trip to the quarry. If I click back into my map and I go back to the quarry, it says I can't use leave tickets to enter the quarry right now. That's because during this rotation, I already visited it. During the next rotation, which it takes place, I believe, every 3 hours, and you'll see up there, it says quarry reset at 12 a.m. So at 12 a.m., and I believe that is my local time, the quarry will be reset, a new material or essence will be there, and then if I wanted to, within my 24-hour period, I could use my tickets. But I probably won't. I try to reserve my tickets if I can, just in case. So let me quickly go into what the in-game currency is. You see the bells right here. The bells are used to purchase items from like other camps if I want to. I'll show you the market boxes later. Or I can buy things from the shops. Let's see. Which I'm in right now, apparently. Okay. Here are a list of shops. Isabel does not really run a shop. She answers questions if you have them. I can show you her really quick. She's wondering how she can help me. And I'm just going to say I'm going to view all the goals. And she's going to tell me, here are my time goals and my stretch goals. Time goals are things that I can do within a day. So these are all ready. I already completed 2 of my 3 goals. If I want to finish that last one that you can see is incomplete, all I have to do is list 10 items, so only 2 more items now, in my market box. Stretch goals are offered for pretty much like an infinite amount of time. I am free to pretty much accomplish these whenever I want. But time goals are the ones that are going to be a little more obviously time sensitive. So the nice thing is I don't have to go to Isabel in the marketplace to view those goals. I can simply press the little Isabel icon on the top right corner, and I can easily just view those whenever I want. It is extremely handy. Okay, so then there are always going to be 2 shops that will have items. There's going to be a clothing related shop. This is going to rotate between Mabel and Kix. And I want to say, oh, there's a third one, and I can't remember. This is what I do when I'm thinking. My character just kind of dances and twirls around. And I think is it Sable? Jennifer can jump in here if there's, I can't think of the third character for some reason. And then there's the second shop, which this one will always have a nook. So this one is, if I talk to this one, it's Timmy. And he's wondering if I'm interested in selling an item. I'm not right now. I don't need any bells. And I really don't like to sell my items. If I can keep it, I will. But these are the items that are for sale right now. I really don't need anything. I don't have a vase yet, so to show you like what buying is like, I'll just buy the vase. Who knows, maybe I'll come up for a reason to use it later on. And then all I have to say is, yeah, I want it. I'll use that vase. I do have an eye for quality. Thank you. Ah, the bell. Yep, Ricky's right. It's LaBelle, Mabel, and Kix. Sable is always back there, and she's working back there very hard. Seems like a sad story between them. In fact, if you don't know the story between the Able sisters, that also includes Tom Nook, I highly recommend you jump online tonight and read it, because it is a little bit heartbreaking, and you would never think that something so heartfelt is buried in Animal Crossing lore, but it is. Okay. Yep, and that's the gist of the marketplace. It's small right now. I can see Nintendo expanding this eventually, though, because it has a lot of different options. I mean, think about how big the town is in New Leaf, and there are so many more additions that could be made to this. Okay, so now I'm going to jump to I'm going to go to the other practical place where you just go and get things done instead of like exploring a little bit more. This is the part of the map that introduces 3 new characters. They're brothers. I'll introduce you to each of them. So this is, I want to say it's Beppe. I think that's how you pronounce it. And these guys are in charge of the campers. So if you want your camper customized, you can go to these guys and they will help you out. Now, I upgraded mine a while ago, so it's not the fullest upgrade though. Now, I just wanted to show you, this is Giovanni. I love how fancy these names are, Beppe and Giovanni. They're gorgeous names, and they're adorable characters. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna tell them customize my camper just for the heck of it. I'm gonna say I want a special paint job, and let's see. Here we go. So you can see I'm spinning the camper right now. That's my current one. I also have access to this Animal Crossing camper too. It has that really cool New Leaf 3DS design. It's on the left there on the bottom. And I earned that just by logging into my game. I want to say it was for like 12 days in a row, which was pretty neat. Let's see, I don't need any of those. Okay, so that is the gist of Giovanni. He is the main guy that I'm going to be talking to. And I also held off on doing something because I knew I was going to be streaming this. I'm going to pay my current loan for this camper because I have not paid for my second loan yet. So I go into, I'm going to show you, I'll close this out. I'm going to go into the more part on the bottom panel. I'm going to click the loan button, and then you can see how many bells that I owe. Right now I owe 50,000 bells, and it allows me to add bells in increments of like 1, 5, or 10,000. So I'm just going to pay off all these 50,000 bells. So when I do that, I can upgrade again. Yay, I paid off. That's so exciting. I still get that thrill like when I did it in New Leaf and all the other games. Okay, so now that I did that, now I can go and I can do another upgrade. And you guys can see what it looks like then. Actually, you know what I should do first? I'm going to show you what my camper currently looks like, because the cool thing about Pocket Camp is that you get the upgrades immediately. At least that's what it's been like so far. So as soon as I ask for an upgrade, they work on it that very moment and you get it, instead of having to wait until the next day for them to do it. So this is the inside of my camper right now. It's not as organized as my outside. I'm still kind of working with it, but it's kind of getting there. I was happy to finally craft the bed the other day. I'd been reserving so much cute essence for my merry-go-round that I held off on crafting most pieces of cute furniture. So it's kind of nice that I get to do that now. Okay, so if I go over to the ladder on the left, and it's pointing up, so I'm gonna go there. Let's see, and then I get to go upstairs. You can see it's space, but it's small. And unlike the campgrounds, I can actually turn my screen at different angles to view this room. I like that. I do wish that was a little bit more possible on the campgrounds. That's something I feel like it's lacking a little bit. But yeah, this is very simplistic. So this is the gist of what my camper looks like right now. I'm gonna exit, gonna click the door on the right, and it says go outside. Yes, please. Okay, so now that I'm back out, I'm gonna talk to Giovanni again, and I'm going to ask him to expand the interior, please. I do. It's really cute when they work on the car too. So yes, I want you to expand. Becky, Carlo, get over here. Okay, here are the cuties. So this is them working on my camper. How are we gonna get out if we weld it shut? How are we gonna live? So cute. Adorable. Yay! Oh, it is fit for a queen because I am a queen. 100,000 bells? I wonder what the equivalent of that is in real money. I'll be in debt for the rest of my life. Well, at least it's a cool camper, right? Let's see. Okay, let's do this. Let's see what it looks like now. So I can go in. And I'm wondering if the bottom level is going to be bigger at all. Let's see. Uh-oh. The camper is so big that it's taking this long to load. That's that's quite the improvement. Okay, here we go. So this does look different. So I'm gonna go, if I want to customize it, I press that little grid, and then it allows me to move things very easily. And I'm just kind of moving things to the outer rim here so I can walk around more. There we go. Okay. And everything else can stay. So I moved everything where I want, and I'll just say done now. I'll save it. It saves right away, and then I can go and walk in it right away. It's really nice. So that's what it looks like. It expanded a little bit. I'm gonna go check out upstairs to see what it looks like. Oh, hi Pavel. How you doing? Thank you for sending me a friend request today. I saw that. I always like getting notifications from you, Pavel. There we go. Okay, this one looks the same. So I'm guessing that it's gonna probably take another expansion for me to make this upper level a little bit bigger, if that's doable. I have not looked into camper expansion as much as other areas of the game, so this is not my forte for sure. So I'm gonna exit right now. You can see this is, oh, in fact, I'll show you, I'll add something to the room. I'm gonna place an item here. So these are the items that I have access to right now. I have crafted almost all of these, with a few exception of items like this decorative plate right here, that one, and which other one? This pillow. What other one did I not craft? But yeah, those are ones that I ended up buying from the Nookling. All these, though, I crafted myself. Let's see. And I will add something just for the heck of it. Let's see. Oh, I'll add the little slide. Eventually, I'd like to add the slide somewhere. It just doesn't really match my camp right now. So then, yeah, I can easily move it around. If I want to change the direction, I can just tap it, and it easily moves. It's really very handy. If I decide that I don't want this or another item or any items at all, I click put away, and all I have to do is tap it. I just have to remember to click the back button, which I often forget to do. Okay, and then I'm gonna say I'm done, and I'm gonna say never mind this time because I don't need to save anything. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna go exit outside, and I will show you other areas of the map because I know we are going to be hitting the hour mark soon, and I don't want to like bore you guys to death with this, unless you have more questions. Okay, so let's see other parts of the map. So those are the very functional parts. Like I said, the cool thing about this area is that these three characters are new to Animal Crossing. We have not yet met them before. It would be amazing if we could find more new characters within Pocket Camp in the future. I'd love to see that because I don't know much about these guys, but with the personality that comes through with their dialogue, I already like them. That's what happened with Isabelle. She was new to New Leaf. She really wasn't in Animal Crossing before that, but all of a sudden she's become the face of Animal Crossing. And I think that's kind of a rarity. Ooh, this is exciting. Okay, I'm gonna go down here. I'll show you. I'm excited because this animal, her name is Biddy, and she's a hippo. She is considered a cute animal. She's at the ocean right now on the bottom map. So the ocean at nighttime, I can go and I can collect shells. This place, this particular piece of the map has some coconuts that I can collect. Lots of fun. And of course, there's fishing. I like fishing a lot. This one's very, very easy to do. A lot easier than the game. And I'm not saying that it's hard to fish in the game, but imagine an even more simplistic way of fishing. All I have to do is tap the screen, Sugar Bee throws the line. The fishes tug at the line anywhere from 1 to 3 tugs, and only 1 to 3 tugs. It does not go beyond that. And then as soon as it says tap, I tap it and it reels the fish in. It's that easy. Okay, so right now, Biddy is asking me to do a task, and this is where I can get the materials that I need. So she is talking to me, just nice conversation, and I saw that she needed the shell, or the coral, so I say, here you go. Here you go again. And I simply hand her it, and she is very happy. Yay! Easy peasy. Uh-oh. My screen went off. Okay, we're fine now. Okay, and see that little heart with the meter? That was our friendship level. Our friendship level helps me level as a character. So as you see that heart fill up, every single time it fills up to a full heart, I get experience in that top left bar that says level 41 right now. And I like to level. One of my goals in the game is to get as high as I can. It was easy to level at first. It's getting more difficult now, but I'm just going to keep at it. Like I said, what's the fun of a game if you accomplish everything in one day? So I'm trying to take things slowly now that I have my merry-go-round. Let's see. Okay, so you get the gist of fishing. I collect the shells. There is a cap in how many items you can have. So if I click the item bar on the bottom, you'll see like a lot of different items down there. I can flip through things I can decorate my camp with, clothes, collected items. This is where you'll see everything that I've gathered, including some of the rare fish and bugs on the bottom. The koi, I believe, is the rarest item that I have right now. And let's see, there is a cap. I'm not sure the exact number on the cap. I can increase it. If I click the plus button, I can spend tickets on it to increase how many boxes I have in my inventory. I'm not going to do that right now, though. And then I also have, these are my craft materials, and you'll see all the essence, the cutes on top and the other 3 on the bottom, and then all the other things like the friend powder and stuff. So let's see, I'm going to go back out of that, and I'll collect another shell. I'm guessing I'm going to hit my limit soon, so I'll show you what the market box is for. I go up here, I go up to the little box with the apple on it, and right now everybody bought the stuff I listed for sale, which is a good thing. So if I want to list something else, this is how I can make extra bells. I say list, I click one of the boxes, I see what do I have in excess of, and I see a monarch butterfly. So I go to that, and then I'll sell 2 of them, and then I can set my price. I really don't need a lot of bells, so I'm just going to mark it. This is the lowest I can mark my bells, which is 40, and I say list. So someone is bound to come by, another camper, they're going to see the butterflies, and if they need them for a quest that they're on, they can go and they can buy them. So that's listed right now. Let's see. Okay, and then I'm going to finish up with this part of the map. Now the map you can navigate 2 ways too. You can click the icon on the bottom that says map, which I've been using, or you can go the longer way and you can actually more physically take your camper out, lead it to the path, and then say, yes, I want to go there. Basically, it's just going to bring up the map. There's really no point in using it, but unless you just want to take your character on a walk. I'm just going to go to the next available place, which is, let's see, Sherry is here, and I'm going to go to Breezy Hollow, which is where all the fruit trees are. I have not picked this since this morning or early afternoon, so all the fruit should be grown back. As I mentioned before, the game runs on, I believe, a 3-hour rotation. So every 3 hours, and you'll see a countdown. I'll show it to you in just a second once this loads. Every 3 hours, everything will get swapped out. So you will have new animals, you'll have new types of essence or materials in the quarry. The fruit itself will grow back 3 hours right after you pick it. So you'll see that little timer come up above the tree. So in 2 hours and 59 minutes, more peaches will grow back on this tree. Yay. And Sherry, I believe, she wanted those bugs, so I'm going to go get her. I like her. She was part of my camp for a while, but then I had to boot her because I wanted to add fauna to my camp. And here you go. And would you believe it? Sherry is not a cute animal. She is actually a was it natural or cool? I think she's a cool animal. Yep. And then she's giving me bells and steel and wood. Thank you very much. Let's see. So if she leveled, she's capped right now. Oh no. Another communication error. Let's see how this goes. So right now I have 2 cute amenities. I have the merry-go-round and I have the cute tent. Because I crafted those, any animals that are listed under the cute category, they get to be leveled a lot higher. So I can keep interacting with them. They can keep leveling until, like, I want to say level 20 or so. But because I haven't crafted anything for cool, sporty, or natural, all of the animals that fall under those categories are capped at 7, and I cannot level them further. So even though she's giving me goods in exchange for the presents that I'm giving her, we're not really going anywhere friendship-wise right now. So that's why I kind of have to get my butt in gear, and I need to craft a natural tent soon, or a cool tent for her. And if you're ever wondering what kind of theme an animal is, you can easily just jump into a category at the bottom where all of your contacts are. So you go into the contacts category on the bottom, and you can scroll through all the animals who you have pretty much interacted with. And I believe I have all the animals in the game. Once I hit level 40, I had access to every single animal. So I no longer see new animals. Luckily though, with as big of a roster that Animal Crossing has, my guess is that in one of the bigger updates, we're gonna see probably another batch of like 40 new animals come, which will give me a lot more opportunity to level. So let's see, yep. So let's see, you want Angus. This is Angus, not Agnes, this is Angus. So this is what they need in order to come to and visit my camp. Once they visit my camp, then they're allowed to move into my camp if I want them to. So this one, like Angus, it says cool in the profile at the bottom. If I go into rolled, who my sister loves dearly, that rolled is natural. So you get the point. Like each animal has its own category, and they are linked to certain items and certain amenities. Let's see. Okay, so that is Cherry. I'm not going to help her out anymore right now. I will go pick some apples, though, because I think I'm a little bit lower on apples. Let's see, and here we go. And here's a very basic tour of what it looks like, the little grounds. It's a pretty small space. Still fun to, like, walk around. This is, let me see, I think she's on my friends list. Yeah, this is Mercury. She's on my friends list. We've been friends since almost day 1, I think. So she's been around for a while, and she hangs out here. Sometimes I'll run into people who are my friends list, and sometimes I'll run into complete strangers that I can go and visit. So if I wanted to go visit Mercury, I say hello, and I say, yes, I want to visit her campsite. Let's see. It's cute. They also give on the loading screens little notes from the characters, which I think gives a really, really cute sense of personality to the game. A lot of times, though, the loading screens don't last this long, so you don't even get a chance to read the notes. Okay, so this is Mercury's camp. So all I had to do was go and talk to her, and I get to see what her camp looks like. I think this tent is really pretty. I believe this is past level 1. It's probably level 3. They add a nice string of lights out front, and then she has the same tent as me. She has a couple different items. She has her pizza out and her parrots and a little porta potty. That's cute. Oh, I've never seen this before. I guess there's an animal waiting at the porta potty. That's really funny. And oh yeah, and while I'm here and we see Tom Nook snoozing away here, Tom Nook can come here, excuse me, if you click this top bar that says special offer. Special offer is is pretty cool. I do like what they're going for. If I go back top, to celebrate the release of Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, we're offering special launch celebration packs. So let's see. So these are special packs that you can buy. I'm actually looking for something else though. I wonder if it's gonna come up. Oh, maybe I had to click that. Oh, here. This is what I was looking for. KK and Tom Nook come to visit. So if I craft either KK Slider's little wooden chair, viewed up top there, or I craft Tom Nook's chair, they'll actually come visit me and stay at my camp. But I believe there is a rule, and you have to, because they're considered rare items. Let's see. And you have to get it within 45 days once I begin playing the game. But they do make sure to note at the bottom that KK Slider's chair and Tom Nook's chair, they may be available for purchase later on in the future, so it's not like you'll miss out forever. So it's kind of a nice way if you want to spend your tickets. Tickets are the ones, like I said, if I go up, click tickets on the top here, they're called leaf tickets. Game's a little slow again. Okay. And then I can buy packs of tickets. This is how much they are. I'm wondering if I'm still in Australian currency. I might be. I'll have to change that later. But yeah, you can get an idea of what it's like to purchase tickets. So the perks of tickets are this. Let's see. I'm gonna go and I'll go back. Oops. Yes, please. Okay. Heading back to my place, and I'll give you a closer look at how tickets operate. Okay, so I'm back where I was before. And if I want to, use tickets, let's see, I'm trying to think of the best way to show you. Ooh, I think I've reached that point of the night, guys. I think I've reached it. Okay, so tickets, if I want to enhance or speed up the process for crafting something, I'll show you. So let's say if I wanted to craft this, it's very easy. It's the cute rug. I own like 2 or 3 of them already. I go on here and you'll see at the bottom that it says it's going to take 3 minutes to craft that, which isn't long at all. So I could easily wait that. But if I wanted to go and craft something else, something a little bit more complicated and sought after, let's see if this will do what I need to do. So this one is the jungle gym. It says, the little timer at the bottom says 3 hours. So 3 hours is a little bit longer. And if I want it right away, I could say, well, craft it, and then I could click, let's see. I could click this, no. I could click an option at the top of my screen that says I could speed up the process. And the speed up process could range from, oh, I pay 1 ticket to anywhere from, like, I think the most I've seen is like 450 tickets. And that means that I could get that item crafted right there and then. Let's see. Oh, yes. And Jennifer's right. You can also use tickets to get certain resources too. So there are different ways to use the tickets. I did write a handy article yesterday illustrating how you can play the game without spending any money at all, because I have not spent a dime on this game yet. Right now, I'm really happy with that. I'm planning to keep it that way. But if there are any options in the future that I really want that are only offered through money, it's possible that I might just splurge a little bit because I have fun with this game. Okay. And let's see, we went through goals already, interacting with other players. I'm going to just show quickly how kudos work. So a lot of times during the day, you'll have an option to give people, you'll have goals, stretch goals during the day. let's see, to give people kudos. Kudos is basically Pocket Camp's version of saying hello to others. So I'm just going to go to my friends list and we can go to a fun camp and take a look around. Slow loading times are not helping at all. Oh, thank you for listing that, Jennifer. So Jennifer listed the article that I wrote yesterday about microtransactions and how you really shouldn't have to worry about them. It's really only a matter of patience and planning. So just plan ahead, plan what essence you're going to use, plan what materials you're going to need for the things that you really want. As long as you do that, you really don't have to spend money on this. Let's see, who do I want to go to? I'm trying to find another one that I've had a really good time going to within the last... You know what? Let's just go to Jason's. Okay, we're going to go visit his camp. I know that he recently redesigned it, and I think he's happy with how it looks. Let's see, From the Mind of Bo. Oh, it's so cute. I like Bo. Bo has been a permanent fixture in my camp for a while. Okay, I take a look around. Yep, he has the cute tent too. He's currently working on something back there. He really wants the merry-go-round. Okay, so I'm gonna give you an idea of what kudos is. I go and I talk to him. I have the option to view his market box, so if I need anything, but I don't think he has anything for sale right now. So his market box is empty. I can't buy anything from him. But I can go back and talk to him again, and I want to give him kudos. So I clap, and he gets really happy. A lot of times, if I buy an item from somebody, I just want to be nice and say thank you, so I'll give the person kudos right afterwards. It's as simple as that. A lot of times, like I said, kudos can also accomplish some daily tasks or goals for you. See, I have some mail. So this is stuff that I've been earning because people have been buying from me, and this is the stuff that I've earned in the quarry. So I have a certain amount of time to collect all of these. I usually almost always collect them right away because why not? Okay. I got the game. I got it. Okay. I'm gonna go back to where I was. Let's see what's next. Okay, some cool things that I thought I'd note right now because I think I am gonna be turning in soon. Like I said, the game is probably going to be expanded a lot. And I'm not saying a lot's going to be added at once, but slowly over time we'll definitely be seeing updates through different versions. So I did hear in the community that gardening, I think, is in the works. So there will be a place for us to probably grow flowers, hopefully breed them. It'd be nice to see new breeds of flowers too, like, oh gosh, what's a good one? I think we have lilies already. And we have tulips and all those. We don't have chrysanthemums. I know I like those. Gardening would be great. New colors for flowers would be awesome. I'm wondering how they're going to expand the campgrounds too, because you know that they're not going to keep it the size that it is. They're going to give us more options for that. Apparently people have already tapped into the different music that will be offered for all the different seasons. The Witcher one coming up is supposed to be really pretty. I was happy to listen to those. And even between when this game launched in Australia and now, so about 3.5 weeks, the fall colors on the grounds and on the trees have changed like 3 times. So you can expect to experience seasonal weather patterns in this game very, very rapidly at times. Okay, and then let's see. Leveling, ways to catch bugs, give kudos. That is mostly it there. I'm gonna go in and hop and show the bug area. I like this part because it can take a while for the fish areas by the lake and the ocean, not the lake, the river and the ocean to spawn. The spawning rates are not as fast, but the spawning rates are pretty nice when it comes to the bugs because as soon as you catch a bug and you start walking around, a new one almost always instantly appears. So it keeps me moving, and if I want to, I can catch a lot of bugs and then just put them in my market box right away. Sometimes if I'm bored and I don't really have anything else to accomplish in the game right that very minute, I'll go here and I'll catch a bunch of bugs to sell. There are also other perks too, things that we haven't really seen in other Animal Crossing games. This is a little tree where I can use, I believe it's honey. Yes, it is honey. So if I don't want to go around catching individual bugs, I can use a honey jar here instead. And you have different options. I have 7 free jars of honey up above. If I place that down, I'm going to get 4 bugs in all at once. I don't know what they are though. If I scroll down here, it says for 15 tickets, I use beetle honey. I'm guaranteed those 2 bugs that show up. The others though are a mystery. So if I have certain stretch goals that I want to meet, this really comes in handy. Or if I just need to accomplish a task for an animal, I can use this too. Just for the fun of it, I will use honey and you can see how it works. Let's see, please work. Please work. Almost. It's funny, you can see the islands in the distance there. And during moments when I'm waiting or just exploring, I'll think, oh, I wish I could visit those other islands too. It makes me really want to see the game expand faster. See? So I caught a beetle and 3 yellow butterflies. All at once. And she's so happy. Okay. Oh, I can't hold any. Okay, so I can't hold items. This is the perfect time to show you then. Can't hold items. So I go into my inventory. I see what I have an excess of. Kind of pears, I'd say. And I'm going to sell 3 pears. I don't need a lot of money. I don't mind. So I'm just going to list them at 60. And then anybody who wants to buy them can. So that will make some room, but I think I'm going to have to... I think I'm going to have to actually make more room after that. Let's see. Come on, Nintendo, you can do it. Let's see. If we have any other questions too, let me know. Oh, wait. Okay, one moment. There we go. Okay. Retry, tap to start. So it did reboot the game. I'm guessing the servers are still experiencing some heavy traffic. It's so weird being at this computer, I'm gonna be honest. This is Jason's computer. My computer is back there. Yeah, I might have to shut it down again. Okay. Let me see if there are any other things that I wanted to touch base on. Nope. Okay, once again, you get to see my lovely screen, possibly. There we go. And I'll see if I can get back into it. If not, I may cap it there. I'd actually like to touch base about this over again another day, though. Just because I have so much fun. And maybe next time I can actually talk with people a little bit more. Well, that loaded. That's good. Come on, you can do it. In the meantime, we can say hello to Bunny. I'm actually really disappointed they haven't come out with more of these plushies. I feel like they're really popular. There is an Etsy seller that I've been following and I've commissioned, and she takes orders for any villager you want or any character in the game, even like your own character designs. And she makes them out of felty material. It's really cool, the process that she does. It's every single villager is tailored like just right. Okay, so it's telling me I can't hold any more items. Let's see. I'm gonna sell 2 coconuts. I don't like making people pay a lot. Eventually, once I get a lot more expensive bugs and fish, oh, hi Jennifer, you bought one of my things. You bought my monarchs. Thank you. Eventually, though, when I get more expensive fish and bugs, maybe I'll put them up at higher prices. I have noticed that there is definitely an economy starting to grow within the game and the people who are playing it right now. I think I've seen a lot of these fish, like this one in particular, the football fish. I want to say it costs 20 or 30,000 bells each. I know I've seen possibly the koi fish listed at 50,000 or more, maybe 80,000. So there is definitely a way to get a lot of bells here. A lot of it might be just, you know, trying your hand at fishing and bug catching, you know, whenever you have spare time. Let's see. Oh, good. Okay, so I listed 10 items in the market box. That's a timed goal. I'm going to complete that, and then I'm going to get my natural essence. So I only get 1 for doing that, but honestly, like, the more you play, the more you become to appreciate even just 1 type of essence. So I'm going to go to my mailbox, and I'll collect it now. Let's see. Okay. Oh my goodness, these slow load times are killing me. I'm glad I didn't have to deal with this before because it would have driven me a little bit crazy. Okay, so that is the island here. Very easy. Catching bugs is super simple. You click the bug, you walk up to it. You'll notice that as soon as you click the bug, you'll see it wiggle a little bit, and that's kind of like letting you know, like, it's kind of waiting there for you to get. It will not run away. Whatever you do, though, don't tap it before you see the tap symbol come up. Also, what kind of sucks is if you're walking around and you happen to accidentally run into a butterfly, it disappears. I happened to run into 2 rare blue butterflies. I can't remember the exact name of them. I have 1 or 2 of them already, though. I ran into them, made them disappear, and I lost out on potential thousands of bells. So just be kind of like tread carefully as you're walking throughout the island. Oh, I forgot I can't hold anymore. I always do that. I'm going to put up 2 dabs, or not dabs, what do you call these? Olive flounders, that's it. Okay. List that for sale, and I really shouldn't catch anything more right now. So I walk around here. Again, pretty small area. There is a miscellaneous camper just waiting here for me to say hello. Kaylin is actually a new addition. I think I just added her today. And we won't go to her campsite right now, just because I think I'm going to visit 1 or 2 others, other campsites that I really like. And the last place I think I need to go that you have not seen on the map is the creek, which is basically any types of fish that are in a river. So in Animal Crossing games, you know, there are 2 types of fish. There's like the saltwater and the regular, oops, oh no, and the regular water. And so you can find like fish normally found in like oceans, by the ocean, and then obviously the other, oh, okay. So here are the river fish. I won't go fishing right now, sorry guys, only because I really don't want to have to deal with selling more stuff in my market box right now. Because there are so few types of fish in the game, I can usually tell what they are just by the size of them. This right now, it's guaranteed that it's a pale chub. This one is gonna be probably a Crushing, I think that's how it's pronounced, Crushing carp. Another Crushing carp. This one, ooh, yellow perch most likely, and that one's probably another Crushing carp. So there are so few fish in the game. You can just eye them up and you're like, I know what I'm gonna catch. But it is handy because you can just eye them up and you don't have to waste time catching fish. You're not sure what you're gonna get. There are rarities though. There are the rarer fish. There are the rarer bugs. So if you really want to try your hand at that, that's always an option. Let's see. Okay, and then this is Angus. I don't have your cherries. I could easily get them, but I'm not going to. So this is my camper. It comes with me wherever I go. I can go into it whenever I want, whether I'm in my camp or I'm outside of it. Okay, so that is the river. And now I'm just going to go and quickly show you my friends, if it loads. Julian in chat says that he played the 3DS version, and I have to say that New Leaf is definitely my very favorite Animal Crossing game to date. When the Switch game eventually comes out, whenever it's announced, whenever it releases, I think that one is going to be even more fantastic. New Leaf to me pretty much fixed any problems I had with the game, made everything much more streamlined. I loved it to death. And I'm loving this one too. This is definitely one of my favorites to play too, but I think it's going to become even better over time. Let's see. There's Jason again. He hasn't signed on in a while. Let's see. Oh, that's my friend Dan. Let's see. Probably shouldn't have added so many people. I already took you to see that one. Definitely makes it harder navigating. There's George from Nintendo Wire. Okay, now we're getting to the people that I'm used to seeing. Okay. Now I actually don't see the one that I'm hoping to. As far as I know, I don't believe you're allowed to change your name in the game. You're allowed to change your looks, the look of your character, but I have not seen an option to change anything else. Puppy, let's see. I'm wondering if other people might have taken me off their friend list to make room for new people. Otherwise, I just missed them. Oh wait, I think this is one. So this person had a lot in their market box. As far as, oh, I was looking at that dress in the picture there. As far as clothing goes, it's pretty limited. I'm trying to collect everything I can. I don't use all the items. I'll show you an area on the screen later on. It does say clothing crafting is coming to the game. So that is something to expect probably in the near future, especially since they're already telling you it's coming for sure. So this guy has, it's cool because he has some items that I haven't seen a lot before, like the cat stand, the fire, the barrels. I've only seen about 3 people have that plant display in the back. Oh, he has the tree house, which I took screenshots of this before because he's one of the only people on my friends list who has the tree house right now. It's really cool looking if you ask me. Oh, she's so happy. Or he. Man, everybody likes Agnes. I don't know why. Okay. So that is one of my favorites. He is definitely under construction right now, so it's kind of a shame that I can't show you what it looked like earlier today. And I'm going to see if I can find one more. There was one that I really wanted to share, but I don't think that I'm going to be able to find him now. Let's see. I think Rochelle had a pretty cool one. So Rochelle is another camper who I have known for a couple weeks now. So she is definitely a little bit more developed too. I like how I got a notification that says I'm live. Okay. Oh yeah, she's the only other person I know right now who has a merry-go-round. Now this is what the levels 1 through 4 merry-go-round look like. It's really pretty. It's just a little less detailed. There aren't lights on all of the fixtures. The flag isn't as detailed and it's not as colorful. And there are a few less ribbons and lines around it, but it's still really pretty. And of course, hers is also under construction. I really came at a bad time. That's okay. But I do like this area a lot, and I showed this to Jason earlier because it's designed really well. One of my favorite parts about designing in Animal Crossing is using items repeatedly, so the same item repeatedly, because it really adds a sense of togetherness and brings a lot of things together. So she used that really pretty green hedge to line both sides of this part of her camp. And then she just put a cute little reading sitting area here. It's very simple, but it's designed so well. So Rochelle, if you see this, I like your camp a lot, and I always admire it. Again, another camper who is Agnes. It's ridiculous. Oh, I'm very envious right now of her treats tray. There is an ostrich animal in the game who, if you level her up to, I believe, 15, she's a natural animal, you can get that little treats tray. And I want that. I made the pancakes already, which I was very happy about. And I made this makeup box, but not that dessert tray. And this is another camper design. It's pretty. Actually, this is the one I feel like my mom is going to use. I showed this to my sisters, and they're like, oh, she's totally going to use that. It has flowers all over it. Why not? And just because I like her, I am going to give her a kudos. They have different reactions too when you give them kudos. Sometimes they do that really cute blushing, which is my favorite. Sometimes they'll do that thing where they put their hands on their hips and they look up. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, I just have more requests. I feel really bad. I hit that friend limit and now I can't add people that I want to add. I'll have to see. Okay. So I'm going to go back. I can't find the other ones that I wanted to show you, but I'm at least glad that I got to show you guys the half pipe. There's a rock stage, and I mean, like, it looks like they're about to have a concert that somebody made. I believe the amenity is already capped at level 5 for my friend who has it. I'm really disappointed that I can't show it to you now, though, because I could not find him in my list. Okay. I think I'm going to tour back to my place. It's been an hour-and-a-half stream, a lot longer than I was planning on. Let's see. What did Pavel say? Wondering, I added, say, a ugly couch. And are they still here? Oh yeah, so, okay, so if animals ask you to create items and you're gonna craft them so they can come visit, and visiting them will allow you to eventually add them to your camp later on if you would like to host them as guests. But you do not have to keep the items that you craft out. You can put them away immediately after they visit. And that's what I ended up doing because I didn't like most of the items that I had to craft for most of the animals. So you craft it, you put it out, display it, have them come and visit and enjoy your camp, and then you immediately remove them. It's very handy that way. I do wish that I could craft it and not display it because I hit the limit of items that I can display in my camp right now. And now, because of that, whenever I want to put something new out that a new animal wants to, in order to visit, that means I have to remove something I already have out there. So it's a bunch of swapping back and forth, and I just don't always want to have to do that. You know, surprisingly too, I'm looking at it now, I usually take screenshots at night because I think it's the prettiest in the game. I thought the daytime would be, but night helps a lot of the features pop a lot more, adds a little bit more of a contrast between colors. It's very nice looking. Okay, I think I covered all the bases that I wanted. I had a lot of fun, guys, so thank you for joining. I want to say thank you very much to Jennifer in chat. She has been modding the entire night, and I'm extremely grateful for her help with this. She has written the majority of our guide for Animal Crossing Pocket Camp on NintendoWire.com. So we started this guide as soon as the game launched in Australia. Jennifer, Jason, and I jumped at the chance to play the game, so they worked their magic. Jason got the game on my phone. Jennifer got the game on her phone. And we all played it, and Jennifer poured her heart and soul into these wonderful articles that are found in our Animal Crossing Pocket Camp Encyclopedia. So if you have questions about the game that were addressed here or weren't addressed here, maybe you want further explanation, feel free to go on over there and you can see a lot more information about what to expect from this game. In fact, we will end up updating it because at this point, she and I know so much more about the game than we did a few weeks ago that we could easily expand most of the content that's already in there. And I know that she's currently working on a few other articles that we're going to be adding to it. So feel free to head over to NintendoWire.com and have a look yourself. Jennifer's always on top of things, so I know she's probably going to post the link to the encyclopedia directly in chat, just in case. We'll also make sure to add it to the description later on, so if you want to come back to the video and get a direct link there, feel free. Just recently, too, I haven't yet added this to the encyclopedia, but just yesterday I wrote an article myself about microtransactions within the game and how they really aren't necessary in order to have a truly enjoyable experience. Even though I think because the currencies didn't match up, I didn't have an Australian credit card, there was no way for me to spend money in the game. I wouldn't have anyway. It's not that I don't plan to ever spend money in Pocket Camp, but it was kind of fun to give myself daily goals and weekly tasks, seeing what I could do without having to spend a dime. And it's completely possible. Everything in my camp right now was done without any real money. So as long as you're patient and you have good planning skills, you'll be just fine. And there's no need to spend money on it right now. In the future, that may change. Who knows? But it's totally up to you. You should never feel obligated to. Nintendo's done a wonderful job when it comes to its mobile games, when it comes to Fire Emblem Heroes, Super Mario Run, Miitomo, and now Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. All of them have given a good amount of content that you can have fun with without worried about pouring money into it. Even though I think it's completely worth it. If this is your hobby, go for it. So as always, thank you to Jennifer, thank you to Ricky Berg, who was in chat earlier, thank you to Jason for not only sending up this wonderful stream, but for also being our tech guy today and for hopping in and modding chat and talking to everybody. I'd also like to just thank, in general, the Nintendo Wire team for everything that they do. Hop on over to nintendowire.com to view our content. We update daily. You can expect wiretaps on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We give the latest news updates during those newscasts. So feel free to check those out. And also, if you want to visit me personally, go over to Twitter at Happily Candied. I also link my personal website in that description, but I don't update it very often. Really, if you want to keep track of me in my sugary corner of the world, just follow me on Twitter. I try to keep up with talking with people. I added as many of you as I possibly could when it came to friends today. I'm going to end up deleting those who are inactive after a while, and I'm going to be adding more. So just all you have to do is reply to that one tweet that I posted with my friend code earlier today. And I'm going to keep track of who I need to take off and who I need to add. So thank you for being patient if I haven't yet added you. But yeah, thanks for joining the stream. I'm gonna go and get Jason really quick so he can end this fantastic stream for me, because I'm not exactly sure how to do it myself. So sit tight and I'll be right back. Hey Jason, could you help me on the stream? You can say hi and bye. Oh, it's okay.
Bye.
Bye, thanks guys. I'll come back. We'll do another stream soon.
Have a good one, guys.
Have a good one.